All right, so now we know about the bullet head. The bullet is always the most penetrative head for anybody. So if you have that supreme athlete who just wants to be like, hey, I can take the pain, Rambo, whoever it is, Wonder Woman, then give her this. Because yeah, there's no working out those muscles just with your thumbs anymore or your hands, because your hands are gonna start to crack, get early rheumatoid arthritis and other types of problems down the road. Make sure you give them this. Yeah, they'll stop crying or stop bothering you. Level 2, we're gonna start off on. So see how she tenses up her back? It's a little heavier, it's pointier pressure. Especially right here by the coccyx and tailbone, sacrum area, or coccyx would be way further down, but this is your sacrum, the upper part of it, upper portion. But when you go over a bony landmark, this is what will happen. Right, so see how it jumps, it snaps back at you because it's supposed to go through a bone, I'm so sorry, and muscle, not a bone, I should say. So level 3, we'll go to level 4. Get in those scapula, the blade, take the arm, we're gonna chicken wing it, you know. All right, so let me turn it off. So when I say when we chicken wing, because some people in this world still don't know what a chicken wing means. It means the arm is going back and it looks like an actual chicken's wing. When we fry wing, you know how it's like always in the bent position, because when you fry those ligaments and tendons, yeah, that arm and wing kind of goes backwards. Or like an F-14 Tomcat, the wingspan would go back into Mach 5, and that's how Maverick and everybody else got away. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Chicken wing, put them in the chicken wing. That's all I mean. So the chicken wing exposes the scapula. So I'm gonna put that arm right there to relax. We're gonna hold right here. All right, we're gonna go to level 4 again. All right, it's gonna be a little crazy, but it's gonna be all right. You sing them the song so they can relax. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, with my homemade. So you sing them the song and then they'll relax.
Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna, chicken in macaroni, chilling with my homie. Chicken wing, hot dog and bologna.
And that's got right in there. Where all the problems are. Right. So we take them out. We take them out of the chicken wing and lay them back down. So the scapula, it's hard to get into sometimes, so you have to move it into different positions to get the bullet in there. The bullet has a tip. So the tip right now, yes, her scapulas pop out normally. This is how it's supposed to be, horizontally, like level. I can look at both of them. One's not higher than the other. She's in shape. She's doing great. Great posture. Her front side subscapularis isn't tight and makes rounded shoulders, or pec minor. Your pec minor and pec major, but mainly the pec minor, gives you folded or rounded shoulders to the forward. And when somebody's bench pressing too much, yes, their muscles on their front side are super tight. So it's gonna pull down their back, exposing your scapula, your blades. So hers, she pretty much sits and stands probably in a great posture all day. She's physically strong on back and on the front. She's balanced. But you're gonna see some athletes whose scapula pop out even when they're laying down like this. Meaning it's weak on the back side, strong on the front side. If you have scapulas that's pulling inward, you don't see a scapula at all, then it's rotated towards the side. Subscapularis is super tight, either from bench pressing, push-ups, a lot of military, all that good stuff, but she's doing great. To expose that chicken wing again, take that arm, pull it out to the side, over your arm or over your leg, or you can put their arm in front of them. So see how it rotated literally this way. So then it's not gonna pop out, but it went from here and then tilted because the chroming process moved, the shoulder blade and muscles moved, rotated forward. So here to here, take the bullet, you need to get underneath that scapula. So it's kind of hard to do a little bit sometimes, but you dig in there and you're kind of underneath it. That's where that hook is, right in here. So we turn it on. We're only gonna do level 1 because it is sensitive. This is the tickle zone, tickle, tickle, tickle. That area, you know, when your uncle or grandmother, she say, come over here, tickle, tickle. We got you on Halloween or whatever it was. So see how hers folds right underneath it? That's underneath the scapula. And it is sensitive. It's a very sensitive area. Or we have that bra strap line. Bra strap lines are sensitive. You know, when certain wires and bra straps are kind of annoying, it's right in this area. Or kind of like here as well, depending on what side you have and all that good stuff. Those lovely double G's. Or lower, whatever it could be. You know what I'm talking about. So it could be extra low. We don't know. But you gotta treat the ladies right, take off that pressure, and then underneath there you have your serratus anterior and posterior. Posterior is more on the back side, interior is like more on the lateral side, going towards the front in the rib, attached to the rib cage. But if they can take it, you give them higher. You know, like John Legend says, you know, take them higher. You know, I guess that's what he said. Ooh. Now, if they can take it, you move them to the front. Move that arm to the front, let it dangle. And now her scapula almost like does a whole 180 almost. So when you're digging in here, this is muscle, this is lats. So don't confuse this with your scapula as well. You'll feel for scapula, you feel the bony landmark right here. So it's a little bit up, but it's actually right still underneath the armpit. It's actually here. So see how I can, see how confusing that can be, even in anatomy classes, in any massage school, people will argue about that. Like, oh no, this is your scapula. Like, no, it is not. This is squishy. This is muscle. This is your lats. Your latissimus dorsi is a wingspan muscle, comes all the way from down here, all the way hooks into the humerus, one of those tubercles. And so when you're out to the side like this, it flattens. Before your arm is backwards like this, it's just a small narrow hook. But when you bring it up to the side, it flattens wide. Like I said, like when a bird or bat extends their wings, lats. You actually see their wingspan coming up. That's latissimus dorsi. That's nowhere near a bicep. Birds' biceps don't go out like that. They do have biceps. We have biceps, but they're more on the front side, interior. Lats are on the back. So when you're coming in with your thumb, feel where it is. This is still muscle. That's latissimus dorsi. Or could be infraspinatus. Jesus, Lord. That's the okay, so your infraspinatus, Jesus, because this infra is lower infra. Supraspinatus is what allows you to go to the Superman, Superwoman position like you're gonna fly. That's that muscle that allows this arm to come up to here. So the infraspinatus right in here, that's what you're rubbing over as well, right here, before the latissimus dorsi. So underneath that is like, I'm sorry, got that backwards. Your latissimus dorsi is always the superficial top muscle of the infraspinatus. And on top of the latissimus dorsi would be your traps. Trapezius come all the way down, come the narrows here at the thoracolumbar fascia. And it comes on out like a diamond because you have your middle and you have your superior portion of your traps. Traps are the most outermost muscle. But underneath there, infraspinatus, underneath there, teres major, minor, underneath there, serratus, and you have some back muscles as well, your erector spinae group. So they're all combined underneath one housing group of muscles. But to get that, remember you're going muscle, muscle, muscle until it gets kind of hard. So that's hard right here. This is the scapula, the blade. Or you can keep going to the armpit and just dig in, and almost like you're lifting up, you got it. If the whole body's moving, that's the scapula or scapula bone, okay?